And people also that time knew that I was very, very close to Haribhai, Sanjeev Kumar.
We all knew.
Who was my friend, philosopher and guide.
I would have loved to meet him.
I also wanted him to not only meet her, but also see her work.
You know, your Tutu Main is an unforgettable sitcom.
The subject was conceived by my writer, Sanjeev Kumar, and I had to put my wackiness into it. The wacky factor it did not come from him.
Have you seen Sholay?
Of course, but it was
Who
too.
hasn't seen
Sholay ka
Sachin
lekin
and
wo
Sholay?
death scene was too much. So yeah.
Have you also watched everything of that your dad does?
He's done more than 200 films.
And you haven't seen one?
So I haven't watched all 200 films, but I love Master Sachin, Baby Sachin.
Okay.
Baby Sachin's
We all
work
do.
is, I mean,
And
He
I
and
feel
Junior
fortunate.
Mahmood used to be
Yeah,
a team, you know, they did some 15 films or
But
something.
I
together.
feel so fortunate, Bharati, that I just because I did films as child actors, I could show my childhood to my child.
Right. Yeah.
You see,
Yeah,
otherwise it is
yeah,
not
yeah.
possible.
Nobody else could do that, yeah.
and my mom and I both, we love watching and just observing how is it possible that such a, at the age of 5,
Five.
Papa did a drunk scene. He played a drunk. And I said, Papa, how did you know how to be drunk when obviously as a child?
You don't know anything, yeah.
So, I mean, I love Majli Didi, Haan Maaza Mar Gaye Ekla. Then we went and saw Jewel Thief on the big screen, which was such an amazing experience. Imagine watching Jewel Thief with
Yeah.
him on the big screen. So, and of course, I've seen all of his Marathi films and Tutu Main, Katyar Ka Azad. I mean, you name it, Ashi Banwa Banvi. So, of course, I've seen most of his stuff.
And you saw the one where your dad and mom met.
Navri Mein Navriala, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, he's made some iconic Marathi films, which to date, if you ask any Maharashtrian, you know, some of those films, especially a film like Ashi Banwa Banvi or Navra Maza Nausacha, are right on top. So it's incredibly inspiring for me, because a very important thing that I learned from him is that you don't need to just have a one-word answer for what you want to do in life. You have the capability of exploring multiple things.
Right.
Which is why I also had the confidence to say, you know, I want to also explore myself as a writer. I also want to explore direction. That's where that inspiration comes from. And hopefully one day I'll be in a position where I'm confident enough to also make my own film.
Right. But you have made short films.
Yes, but I would love to explore myself even as a writer, director. I don't know how he did it at such a young age. It's incredible. But yeah.
Have you seen Sholay?
Of course. But it was
Who
too...
hasn't seen
Sholay ka
Sachin
lekin
and
wo
Sholay?
death scene was too much. So,
Yeah, I know
yeah.
that scene at different stages of your life, you must have reacted differently to it.
No, of course. But I was more curious because he was also like an AD on the film. So I have so many stories of the behind the scenes as well.
Right.
So he's full of some incredible stories.
You know, it's going to be 50 years of Sholay next year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
50 years.
And 60 years of him this year.
Wow. Yeah. That means it's a
Yeah.
landmark. Absolutely. Yeah. So tell me, you've seen Sholay, and have you seen that film where he became, from a child artist, he suddenly became Gapuchi Gapuchi Gum Gum?
Gapuchi Gapuchi Gum Gum. Yeah, that song. I realized you have a lot of hit songs, Papa.
Yeah, I'm fortunate enough to get good songs. There are very few heroes who got very, very good songs, and I happen to be one of them.
बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं. It's a song that everybody
Absolutely.
still loves and associates with him. Then of course Sante Pe Satta, the songs from there. So
Nadiya Ke Paar.
Nadiya Ke
Nadiya.
Paar, Balika Vadu. And in fact, it amazes me that firstly, a lot of people say from, you know, UP, Bihar, they found out much later that he's a Maharashtrian because they associated him with Chandan.
Right.
For him, he was just
80%
Sachin.
of Delhi, UP and Bihar still think that I'm from that side.
That's.
And I say, yes, you're absolutely right.
You're from India.
Exactly.
Anywhere
That
in
is why I
India.
say
Yeah.
that. There was an interview taken, I will not name the magazine. Huh? And you know them very well. You know the person also who wrote it. But a question, the entire thing was asked several questions. And people also that time knew that I was very, very close to Hari Bhai,
Ah,
Sanjeev
we
Kumar.
all knew.
Who was my friend, philosopher, and
But you
guide.
were the one who saw him.
I saw him. Unfortunately, I was the first person to see him in that state
Exactly.
when we had lost him.
Slipped.
you know.
Yeah.
So in that interview, they had asked me several questions about my career. I was not even married that time.
Okay.
About this, about that, everything.
Mm.
And one question they asked me, you are very close to Sanjeev Kumar, and you follow him. You're a big fan. I said, of course I am.
Mm.
And I am a big admirer of that man. But tell me one thing, Sachin. Do you think Sanjeev Kumar is the only good actor in the industry?
Hmm.
So I said, no, I don't think Hari Bhai is the only good actor in the industry. Because there are so many good actors.
Exactly.
This one, this one, this one. All these people are very good actors. I don't think he's the only good actor.
Hmm.
In the interview, the headline was, Sanjeev Kumar is not the only good actor in the industry, says Sachin.
But this is why I tell you that be
Yeah,
careful
but
of the
these
jokes you
half
crack.
quotes.
But
These are
today,
half quotes.
but even today, ma'am, this is what happens.
It's always,
yeah.
I mean, the last 50 years, half quotes are what.
But it's very scary. It's very scary, which is why today a lot of people don't open up or speak, because it's half truth and then you don't feel like being honest in interviews.
You know, since you mentioned Sanjeev Kumar, I'm sorry to take you back to that day, but can you just again construct that little scene when you found him?
Well, he had come from, I'll cut the long story short.
Yeah.
He had just come from America. He had an open heart surgery.
Right.
He had a bypass.
Hmm.
And he was supposed to be resting.
Hmm.
But he was not allowed to shoot. But for a couple of hours, he used to go and dub.
Okay.
So I met him on the 5th of November, 1985, in the evening when he was dubbing at Sumit. And I said, I want to come and meet you tomorrow. He said, come in the morning. So I said, I'll come in the afternoon. So 2:30, I went there. He was not yet out of his bedroom. And his boys who were the house helps, they were scared to open the door and all that. Sir has gone to have bath. I said, when did he go? He said, 1.5 hours back. I said, then bath is something you should just ask. No. So I said, I will go and open. Na? What? Even if he's changing, I'm a friend. I will say, sorry, I will close the door. So I went there and the sliding door, I opened it. I couldn't see anything in this angle. I sat down on the carpet. I saw him lying down.
Bedroom, in the bedroom.
In the bedroom. I saw him lying down on the carpet. And that bottle, that sorbitrate, that tablet was, the bottle was down. And his hand was like that towards the door.
Okay.
And he was lying down on his stomach. And I screamed. And then the doctors came and they said he's gone long back. They tried to revive him, but they couldn't.
I would have loved to meet him. He
would have been so happy.
I know he would have been very happy to meet you, for sure.
I've heard so many stories about him that I just
yeah.
feel like I know.
I also wanted him to not only meet her, but also see her work.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And not only him, even my father for that matter.
I've
Unfortunately,
not met my
I
grandfather.
remember your dad.
Exactly, but Supriya
You've
didn't
met
even
him.
meet him anytime. Supriya, because I lost him in 83, June, and I met Supriya in 83, October.
Yeah. And I was born in 89. So.
Yeah, right. No, but I remember his dad. We go that
Imagine, that's
that
crazy.
far back. Yeah, actually.
She used to come to Jew apartment.
Yeah, I used to come to that
Oh.
house. Yes, that's right. Yeah. You know, now that you've told me you've seen almost all his work, you've seen almost all her work. Is there any favorite that you like of her work? She played a sex worker in
Taza Khabar. Have you watched Taza Khabar, Papa?
She played.
I watched a couple of episodes.
Couple of
She played one of us, journalists in
Journalists in
Broken News.
Broken news, yes. But of course, her first spark was Mirzapur, where she could tell people that yes, I am this with the UP dialect.
Yeah.
You see, which is a very rare thing. I feel one thing before I answer this question of yours. I want to also mention this, that I am very particular about languages. whatever you're doing, you have to be perfect in your language. You see, otherwise you cannot reach the audience. as
Especially
an
if it
actor.
requires a dialect, I'm guessing that's. what
No,
you're
not
talking
only
about.
that.
Even just the
Even
language.
just because if you have the control over the language, the confidence what
Yeah.
you
What
show
you have to
people
convey
Of
through it
course.
will come.
is
The
totally
ease.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. And her work, which I really admired, was Guilty Minds.
Guilty Mind. Okay.
I mean, for me, Guilty Minds perhaps has to be a show that was transformational as an actor, because I just had that much scope, and it's a
Right,
character that gave me so much love, not just critically but audience alike.
Everywhere.
So
yeah.
it's a show that's very important to me, just because I got
Yeah.
that much.
People
scope.
may differ. I mean, some people would say that no, it is Mirzapur. I don't mind. I mean, they have their own opinion, right?
Absolutely.
To my opinion, it is Guilty Minds.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you have to choose between who is a better actor, your dad or your mom?
Obviously, her mom. I'll be very honest.
He has to go back home today, no?
No, not because of
But
that.
I know what, I mean, my mother, the thing is, dad's a
It's
performer.
not fair.
he's
My question is not even fair, but I'm still.
But can I say something? Dad's a performer. It's a star aura. My mother's an actor in the sense that my mother's great with building characters, and she's very instinctive. They are very
She
different.
doesn't even know what she's doing.
That is the most beautiful part.
Oh,
She's very unaware as
you
an actor.
use some of your brains, no?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She does not.
She doesn't. She's more.
I mean, I know the
Instinctive.
reason why she doesn't.
She's instinctive. Dad's
घर
bad
जाना है कि
jokes.
नहीं?
Bad jokes.
But these two actors I've seen who are least interested in their work, more interested in talking this and talking that and doing this masti and doing that masti. But suddenly when they come in front of the camera, first of all, they are very reluctant to come in front of the camera. But if they ultimately have to come in front of the camera, and when the camera rolls and the clap goes and when the director says action,
Action.
I don't know what happens to them.
They just come alive.
Huh? Is this the same person?
Who are the two?
One is Supriya
Yes.
and the other is Kajol.
Ah, okay. Kajal Panasi.
You know?
But I think what you're trying to say is different personalities, and
I don't know what it is,
But
but
you
they are
worked
God
with
gifted.
Kajal? You worked with Kajal?
No, but I know her very well. She's almost like a younger sister to me, na, because of Tanu aunty.
Right.
I've been observing her work right from the beginning.
I love Kajol.
From the very first film she acted in, I saw that and I was flabbergasted.
Right.
I
So
called up Tanu aunty, said that ye to aag lagaegi.
Has playing Radha Bhargav made a lot of difference to you? In the sense, are more people recognizing you, and
Oh, of
is
course.
the
There's
recognition
been
a
love.
lot more? And
It's very rare that a season 2 sort of gets more love maybe than the
Yeah,
first
than the
one,
first,
and it's
yeah.
difficult to match those expectations. So I think with Broken News that's happened. A lot of people in fact watch season 1 because the buzz of season 2 was so much more. And working with Jaideep and Sonali has been amazing. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, things take time. Things always take time, and good things take time. And today, I think even the film industry is sort of exploring itself, but it's great because there are so many new films pan-India. People are watching different languages. People are appreciating good talent. And that's very important. That belief is important, that the focus needs to be on the substance of it more than anything else. Yeah.
you know, your Tutu Main is an unforgettable sitcom. Absolutely unforgettable. Rima Lagu and your wife. What was it like, and how did you even think of something so wacky and just so relatable?
No. Let me tell you about the subject was conceived by my writer,
Right.
Sanjeev Kumar,
Hmm.
and I had to put my wackiness into it.
Okay.
The wacky factor is it did not come from him.
Okay.
The subject came from him. That humor, so we make something humorous between Saas and Bahu, because it's a universal relationship.
Yes. Absolutely.
Wherever you go,
And timeless.
and timeless.
Hmm.
So we can make a good comedy. And comedy, people say that it's my forte. So that's why I said that why not? But then it cannot be just. He had a few things in his mind that let us make an episode of curtains
Hmm.
or cutlery
Hmm.
or a cup of coffee.
Hmm.
So he had that in mind. I said it will definitely we can make, but it cannot go beyond 13 or 26 episodes.
Hmm.
Because I mean, where will you go
Yeah.
after a point? I said we need to have a kind of, we have to make these two characters in different situations,
Yeah.
and then those situations could be we have to then conceive, and then the wacky part
Wackiness.
comes
Yeah. Yeah.
into it,
Right.
and then we did that, and that's how Tutu Main was made. Even the title was given by my writer Sanjeev Kumar.
Okay.
First he had Saas Bahu in mind. I said it's too direct, too obvious.
Correct.
Let's not make Saas Bahu. We need some other interesting character title.
Title.
He came up with this title, Tutu Main.
Because this was a constant
Yeah.
Tutu Main between.
Oh,
Exactly.
I didn't know he came up with the
And
title.
I feel so happy that today some of the big places I visit, and there are big CEOs and COOs and all these people, they come and meet me, and many of them come and tell me that, sir, we have grown up watching Tutu Main. So they were
Yeah.
kids, na, that time.
Correct. Correct.
They used to come running from school and do their homework, and in the evening they used to be prepared to watch Tutu
Tutu
Main.
Main.
Probably their parents may not allow them to, mustn't have allowed them to watch any other thing, but they allowed them to see Tutu Main.
It was accessible, and it was there's a simplicity to those shows
Absolutely.
like that.
And not only, I mean, all the children, particularly, I did not make the series for children, right?
It's
I
not
made
a
it for the
children's-
audience.
Yeah.
And who could identify more than a Saas and a Bahu. But even the kids enjoyed it. And I did not aim for them, but still
They picked it up.
they picked it up.
Yeah, that's right. Would you say that was one of your most satisfying projects?
One of my
One of
satisfied-
your.
one of my.
Which are the others that you would?
Well, I would definitely name my Marathi film called Ashi Banwa Ban.
Banwa Ban.
Okay, and after that, that was in '88,
Mm.
and '85 I released another Marathi film called Navra माझा Navsaचा.
Hmm.
That also gave me a lot of
And
happiness.
And they've
Even-
all been super.
even today when I watch them, I enjoy them. You know,
Yeah.
Katyar Kalzar Dusli on the other side, like,
Yeah.
that character, which I'd never played in my life, such character.
Yeah.
Nobody imagined me to be an old man, because they thought probably that
Urdu speaking old man.
Urdu to I could speak, I knew, but I was also not very sure whether I would look an old
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
And Bharti, I'll tell you one thing about me, that unless and until people try something on me, they don't know that I suit them.
Right.
That's
That
for
you
a
can
lot
carry
of
it off.
people, but yeah, that
That you can carry it off.
It happened in,
Yeah. Cut your.
like Amir Khan saw the Katyar Kalzar Gusli. It took him 2 scenes to recognize me.
Okay. All right.
At the end of the second scene, he saw and said, "Arey, ye to Sachin hai."
Sachin.
Are you getting my point?
he told you that.
Yeah, he told me that.
Yeah, so these
and
have
he
been-
calls me a chameleon.
you
Looks
are.
wise.
You are.
He says that whatever character given to you and some get up, you become that.
You do. That's true. That's true. So you would count these are some of your more satisfying projects.
And that is why this year I'm releasing, I've already made a film called Navra माझा Navsaचा 2.
Don't mention the
Okay.
date; it's not out officially.
Of course not.
Yeah.
But this year, we are planning to release the film.
Lovely. Lovely. But you're not doing anything in Hindi for a
I wish
pan
to.
India audience?
I definitely wish to. I also wish to make a OTT
Hmm.
series.
Mhm.
But it will have my touch.
Absolutely. And the
Otherwise, there
people
is no
like your
point in
touch.
making it.
People like that touch.
I'm not saying that it will be only a comedy.
Hmm.
It could be a spice of life.
Hmm.
It could be emotional. It could be
Are you
whatever.
working on something?
I am.
Okay.
I am. But it's on a nascent stage right now.
Okay.
So it is not right on my part to mention the names and some things about it. But one thing is sure, that it is cooking.
Okay. All right. So you are up to something
Can
All
I
the time.
keep quiet?
all the time.
You know me so well. Do you
True.
think I will sit
Sit quietly.
quietly
No.
and at one place?
Mind is ticking all the time. That's true. Yeah. I'm glad that we met because it's so lovely to see father and daughter in the same profession.
Thank you.
Unplanned because you didn't even know she was going to be an
Absolutely
actor.
unplanned.
And plan for me also.
Unplanned for you also.
But it was very nice to meet you after such a long time. We are
Yes,
interacting this
absolutely.
way.
Yeah.
We have been speaking on phone.
Yeah.
I have been attending your award function.
That's right. Yeah. So has she.
Yes.
She's
That's
been
amazing.
coming on her own. You've been coming on your own. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. But such a pleasure.
Same
meeting
here.
you,
Thank you
Bharati.
for having
Before we go, ask your father to sing one song which we would all like to hear.
What would you like to say?
What would you like?
What would you like him to sing?
Or we both sing.
हाल कैसा है जनाब?
We both sing together.
You sing together? Sure.
हाल कैसा है जनाब का?
क्या ख्याल है आपका?
तुम तो मचल गए हो
यूं ही फिसल गए हा हा हा
पगले
हाँ
पगले
हाँ
कभी मैंने सोचा रास्ते में गए मिल क्यों
पगली
हाँ
पगली
हाँ
इन्हीं बातों से धड़कता है दिल क्यों कभी कुछ कहती है कभी कुछ कहती है जरा नजर को संभालना हाँ
हाल कैसा है जनाब का?
हाँ क्या ख्याल है आपका
तुम तो मचल गए हो
यूं ही फिसल गए
हा हा हा
What a talented father and daughter. Not just actors but singers also. Fabulous. Wish
Thank
you
you
all
so
the
much.
best.
Thank
Wanting to see lots of both of you.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Lovely
much.
meeting you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Lovely.
you.